In our third video in this series, we have a scholar from the Think Big Scholarship at the University of Bristol. He's in the person of Olashile, and he's here to share his story about how he won the scholarship, how the application was like, the eligibility requirements, everything, the nitty-gritty. So, if you are interested in this scholarship and interested in applying, make sure to watch this video, like and subscribe. Let's get right into it. Good afternoon, and thank you so much for your time. I think you are here to share about your experience winning the Think Big scholarship at the University of Bristol. So if you don't mind kindly introducing yourself.
Thank you so much. So once again, thank you for inviting me to your YouTube channel. Then I count it a privilege to, to be invited for this interview. Yeah, straightforward. My name is Olashile Adekoya. I am from Nigeria, and then I moved here to United Kingdom to study water and environmental management through the prestigious scholarship known as Think Big Scholarship. It's a scholarship that supports students across the world. And then I'll count myself as one of the privileged awardee in the year 2024 2025 academic section. Thank you.
So, would you mind telling us a bit about the scholarship, how you found it?
Okay, I think I'll just give a quick background about my scholarship journey. I think that would
Okay.
really help. Um, my scholarship background has actually been, I would say that I'm fortunate to be among students or scholars who has always wanting to study abroad, who has always wanting to um, get in scholarship. 2024, I started to apply for scholarships. So I applied for the Commonwealth Scholarship, the one in UK, and then I picked University of Bristol. Then I think a couple of weeks later on, I got a mail from the University of Bristol that I could also apply to some other scholarship like Think Big. So because I already applied for Commonwealth Scholarship, I have my essays written down. I have, I still have the spirit of writing my essays, my
Mm.
SOPs, and all that. So it really, really be of help to me. So that was what I actually did. Just take some little points from there and then merge them together and then submit. And then fortunately enough, I was able to scale through. And then I believe I'm the one from Africa that got the highest fee regarding that.
Okay. So, what was the application timeline? So, is it that you applied to the university separately and then to the scholarship separately? And what month did you apply? To what month did you like get the confirmation for being awarded?
Okay, okay, yeah, that's a good question and a good one because for anyone who wants to apply for scholarship, must be able to know the timeline for it. So I think when I got on a normal basis, the scholarship due comes out around August. I'm sorry, October.
Mhm.
October, I think 21 thereabout till April 10 thereabout. So but the point is, whenever a scholarship comes out like that, we just try to see how we could plan alongside the timeline. So, and then I applied to the university. So this university gave me an unconditional admission. So then I was asked to pay for the deposit. So they have, so the school reached out to me that they have a Think Big scholarship. So which is what I applied to. So I only use the application number of my um, um, of my application to the university to apply for the Think Big scholarship, and then that's how it goes. Yeah.
So, you mentioned that you were the one from Africa that won the highest amount, a scholarship amount. So is it that
Yeah.
it's awarded according to certain criteria? What are the eligibility criteria for applying, and to what criteria do you need to meet to get a certain amount? Is it fully funded? How is it like?
Okay. Okay, regarding Think scholarship, and then I would like to say this. All that I'm saying from my own perspective. Okay, I
Okay.
would like everyone to actually cross-check online to be sure of what I'm saying, to get the real fact, because I believe that the processes are beginning to change now. So this is what I'm seeing from my own perspective. So the highest you could get for the scholarship is 26,000 with addition of £3,000 towards your living expenses. Okay, that's the highest. And then the next category that you could get is £13,000 towards your tuition fee, and then £2,000 towards your living expenses. These two categories are for the postgraduate students. We also have undergraduates. Okay, those now they have been awarded like let's say £5,000. Those that have been awarded like £10,000, depending on how strong your application is. So there are different series on which they could award some of the scholarships to people. So I said that during my time, I was the only one giving the £26,000 plus a 3,000 bursary towards my living expenses. So that's the amount they're going to give you. So it now depends on how much is your tuition fee. During my time, my tuition fee was around 30,900. Okay, and I was awarded £26,000. So that just take off from that. And then the mini balance, I paid the other one. But I could say I paid maybe £1,000 because other ones I actually got another scholarship or another funding from the university to pay up all
Mhm.
those ones.
Oh, so
Yeah,
you
so
applied
and
for
that's one thing.
another one. You applied for
Yeah, there are a
another
lot of
scholarship. Okay.
not really, yeah, like most universities in UK has funding different funds, like let's say Archie Fund, Digital Fund, just to support students. So I applied for all of these and I got all of them, which is
Okay.
what I used to pay up um my tuition fees and all that. Yeah, so
Okay.
that's it.
Okay. So, are there any documents you need to upload, or what did you do to apply? Was it essays that you wrote, or?
That's a good question. For the Think Big scholarship, there are three questions you're going to answer. There are three questions. Questions that are based on leaderships, questions that is based on your future goals, questions that are based on how do you intend to represent the university and all that. So just three questions, and then it has minimum maximum of 1,000 words. Okay, 1,000 words, so that you're going to write in each of the three questions. So depending on how you approach the question, depending on what you write, how you go about the writing will determine how you're going to win the scholarship. So, and then one thing I tell people also is that not all scholarship have the same values or has the same aim. So each scholarship has its own aim. Some scholarship may have 70% of academics, your academic background, why 30% will be from your community activities, why, so you should be able to understand the aims and objectives of each scholarship, which is what really helped me because the scholarship tends towards people who has future ambition, and then what are they currently doing? Are you doing something towards that? Most people write the application and say, I was born and brought up in a poor environment in the underdeveloping country. These people knows that Africa is one of the underdeveloping country. Can you tell us something different? So in your underdeveloping country, were you able to make an impact? During the COVID-19, I contributed during my campus days. During my national youth service, I did a lot of things regarding environmental um, sustainability. So all of these things helped my applications, my leadership roles, so it's really helped my application. So anyone who wants to get a Think Big scholarship should actually consider building this portfolio and using your LinkedIn properly. So that's it.
Okay. So, is there an age requirement for this scholarship?
I can't really say either age requirement, but what I know is that
Mhm.
there are no age requirement because I've seen a lot of people from Indians and all that, Asian,
Okay.
African. There's no age requirement
Yeah.
for this.
Okay. What of eligibility requirements? Are you supposed to meet a certain cutoff before you can even apply, or it's open to everyone?
It's open to everyone, but you still have to check the scholarship website to be sure of the
Okay,
eligibility criteria because there are some
okay,
courses that the scholarship does not cover, like medicine and surgery, like nursing. I'm
okay,
not sure the scholarship covers such a program like that. Yeah.
okay. And were you required to write an English proficiency test? Um,
Mm,
if not for
mm.
the scholarship, at
Uh,
least for the master's itself.
no, no. I
Okay,
was not asked to provide any English proficiency test. But what I did was that I upload a letter that I got from my university that was taught in English language, which is what
okay,
I did and all that. So
okay,
I
okay,
didn't write English proficiency test.
okay, okay. And
Yeah.
also, I remember you saying the scholarship, and I think the scholarship is more focused on leadership experience, and then um, people who have been able to like persevere despite their difficult upbringing. Do you think they also focus much on like academic capability, such as maybe they only consider those with second class upper going, or they don't really focus much on academic criteria?
Okay. Okay. For that, uh, um, also what I'm saying from my own perspective. I strongly believe that they look at all of these
Mhm.
areas together. I'm not a first class student, but I have result to close to first class. Okay. So and then my leadership skills. So if anyone notices that his academic is not that strong, it should make a tremendous impact when it comes to other areas.
Okay.
Okay. So if your academic area is not good, try to look at your community impact, try to look at your voluntary impact. So and present it. So I think everything still boils down to how you tell your story.
Okay.
Okay. Despite my low academic performances, I was able to do this, I was able to do that. So it depends on how you could sell yourself. So that's what I would advise anyone in that regards. Yeah.
So I think this ties into the next question about how you wrote your essays. I remember you saying there were three essays you were supposed to write. So how do you feel like you demonstrated impact in these essays, or how did you go about writing these essays? There's also this thing called the STAR approach. Did you use that approach in writing? What do you think made your essay stand out?
What makes my application stand out is ability to actually understand the question, understand what question what they asking. If they are asking about leadership question, how many points can I present to them in that short? You won't just tell them about one leadership. You will try to see how your three rows or four rows into that same sentence so that seeing a lot of people writing about their leadership skills, they just write, just parabolate with a long word, and then they only talk about one leadership skills. Okay, so you also use your stars your approach your star approach to see to quantify what you've done, give them statistics to show the impact. It may not be really that much, but show the impact. It's actually matter. So I've talked about in the little short in the little essays you write, make sure that you present a lot of points there. Okay, if you're talking about your leadership points, let it be very, very germane there, like four points of different roles you've taken, different activities you've done. Let it be intense in that place, and then quantify it. Don't just. And then I tell people also that don't write from a viewpoint of someone begging for a scholarship. Okay, everyone is distinct. Don't write as I was born. Write from a point of, for example, you could say leadership to me. For example, some people say I have done this. As if
Like
you are
show your
begging.
value,
Right?
demonstrate value.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. I've done this. I've done that. Make them feel as if they don't give you the scholarship, they've wasted their money. That's the point. Okay. I think when I was asked about how will I use my scholarship knowledge or things I've gotten in this education to impart, I said I said being a think big scholar, this is what I'm going to do. Like, I didn't just say, okay, when I get the scholarship, I will do this. Like, I present myself as someone in charge, which is what I would advise anyone who wants to apply for this Think Big scholarship.
Okay. And was there an interview stage after application day?
No, 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 no. Only apply, get your response, and then when you get the response, oh, you've been selected and you've been awarded this, then start preparing your flight, your visa, and then come over.
So let's circle back to the funding. You mentioned the 26,000 pounds for towards the tuition. So is it paid directly to the university? And then the 3,000 pounds towards living expenses, is it paid to you in installments or is paid to the university?
The scholarship is organized by the university itself. So they
Okay,
are the one disbursing the money. So they just
okay,
deduct that from your tuition fee, and then they
okay,
send a message maybe a month later that you have a £3,000 to receive from the university. Can you send in your account details to this and all that? Then you receive your money. Pay you
okay,
once. It's not instrumentally.
okay, okay, okay. Okay, so thank you for clarifying on that. My next question will be on, I think you already covered what made you stand out as an applicant. You mentioned showcasing your value, demonstrating impact on your work experience and leadership experience. So I think you've covered that. What advice do you have for aspirants for the next application cycle for the Think Big scholarship? What do you have to tell them?
In the world of AI, AI is useful if you use them very well. I would suggest that they use, if they don't really understand the question properly, they use AI to break down the questions.
Yeah.
Let AI explain the details of each of the questions. Okay, what do they mean by this? What did they expect? And then you're able to bring your ideas together and then present yourself. I'm not saying you should use AI to write application, but rather use AI to explain the question so that you could get a clear view of what the scholarship body, the scholarship committee is actually looking for. So if you could do that, I believe you're gonna get the scholarship.
Okay. What would you say to someone who thinks they are not good enough to apply? Um, if you can also give some background on like your application journey, because I know not everyone wins on their first try. So someone could be on the journey of applying and receiving rejections. What do you have to say for someone like that?
Everyone feel not good enough until they apply. Okay. And then it will be good because I think when I was starting my scholarship journey, one of the mentors I met was he said something. Said there are three people you need to have in your scholarship journey, which are someone who is good. For example, I'm in science department or science background. Someone that is good in English language, that knows how to write, that
Mm,
knows where to put some full stop, comma, separate some word. Have a friend in that area, and then also have a friend in science background that will
okay.
really help you to know how to use your word, the use of word properly, and then have someone who is a scholar in the sense that maybe someone who has won a scholarship before, someone
Mhm.
or a scholar that has won a scholarship before. So if you have all of these three, it will actually make your application stand out because a scholar is going to look at it and say, okay, this is not what the scholarship committee is looking for. Why not do like this? Why not do like this? And then if you have someone who is in your field, can guide on how to use your word properly, and then if you have a friend who understands English language very well, it's going to guide you. Okay, you have to break this word. This word is too long. You have to shorten it, make it good, make it this and all that. So all of these things, and then trust God. I believe with God, all things are possible. So that's it.
Thank you so much for sharing your story and for giving your time. I'm sure many people who watch this video will be encouraged to apply for the Think Big scholarship. You mentioned it opens in October, right?
Yeah, October. Yeah. And it
October,
finishes
okay.
by April.
You mean like it's open from October to April?
Yes.
Wow, that's such a long time. Okay, so that's adequate time for
Yeah.
someone to prepare. Okay, okay. And the
Yes. And the decisions are
university
made in May.
in May, okay. But the university itself, I'm sure they close applications for masters earlier, right? Or still?
Yeah, for the masters, you start by September,
Mm,
and then the scholarship ends by April.
mm.
So you start by September. So there is enough time.
Yeah, okay. So then that's really encouraging. So, thank you so much for your time, and I hope you have a great day. I hope you enjoyed the video and you've learned so much about the Think Big scholarship. If you are interested in applying, make sure to come back to this video, make your notes, and be mindful of the deadlines and then the requirements. And believe in yourself and just apply. So, see you in the next video. Make sure to like and subscribe.